Welcome back to Showcase Pittsburgh on KDKA-TV. I'm John Klein, and today, 7 tri-state businesses on the show. Josh Contraguerro from Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration is here. Welcome to the show, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to see you. I know that Panhandle has been in business a long time, and it's a family business. Give us a little background on it.
Well, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, we were actually founded in Wheeling by current president and actually my father, Robert Contraguerro Sr. All my brothers and mom actually work in the business with us. We've, over the years, grown in obviously size, scope, and resources to now actually we're regarded as one of the leading restoration companies in the restoration industry, called upon nationwide to respond to major disasters. Currently, we work out of 3 offices, Wheeling and Morgantown in West Virginia, and we have an office here in Pittsburgh. From those offices, we're able to service all of West Virginia, Eastern Ohio, Western PA on a daily basis. Happy to be able to say that we employ over 130 employees full-time and operate out of a fleet of 100 vehicles every day.
I see your trucks just about daily in the greater Pittsburgh area,
Yes.
so, and that's just grown in the past couple of years. It seems like you're really expanding.
Yes, we're really focused on calling Pittsburgh our home also.
Right.
We got employees here, we got families here. We give back to the community here and really calling it home for us.
When you say cleaning and restoration, house cleaning, business cleaning first?
Our main core is actually disaster restoration.
Okay.
So 24-hour emergency service, whether your house or business is affected from fire, smoke damage, water, sewage, flooding, mold removal, even storm damage, emergency board ups and things like that.
That's something where obviously a fire would be a huge disaster, but something maybe as simple as your hot water tank explodes or leaks or a radiator breaks in your house.
Exactly. There's no job too large, too small. Some people might see us working on a 7-story hospital and think, oh, well, I just have a little leak, I won't call them. But it's
Right.
better to get it done right the first time. You're getting those same experts on the job that would be working in a hospital, working in your home to make sure it gets taken care of the right way.
Once Panhandle comes in and you do the initial cleanup, what happens in the customer's business or their home after that?
Well, that really depends on what actually happened to the size of the loss or the scope of the loss and type of damage. But if we are a full service restoration contractor, so what that means is we're able to walk through with the customer, the business owner, get them back to how their life should be. So whether it's just a little bit of drywall or carpeting that needs replaced or a fire that tore through an entire structure of a house or business, we can rebuild them step by step with our personnel.
Is that something where you work with insurance companies a lot?
Yeah, we work hand in hand with insurance companies. We walk and scope the job with insurance adjusters, agree on what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done, do all that legwork for the customer so they don't have to really worry about any of that.
So your goal at Panhandle is to get the home or the business back to the condition it was in before the disaster?
Yes, so if you kind of had a snapshot in your mind of 1 minute before the pipe burst or 1 minute before the fire started, that's the end goal and end product that we look to get to.
With the older homes in Pittsburgh, a lot of broken pipes in the winter when
Yes,
you said that?
yes.
Is that something that, yeah?
Yeah, and it's been harsh, and it doesn't really matter whether you're a home or business, new or old. With these harsh winters we've had lately, it happens, and it's something that needs to get taken care of.
And I would assume your first thought is, okay, I have to get it shut off, but what do I do and how do I get this repaired? I wouldn't even know where to start.
Exactly, and that's where we can come in and just take over and just keep you and come in with a tailored plan for your situation. It's not just black or white, one thing or another. We do it dedicated to you, work around what our customer needs.
We've talked a lot about the physical buildings of getting them back, but what about possessions and some personal things in a home?
Personal things in the home or business, especially the home, is one of the things that go dear to my heart. It's giving back those belongings to a customer. Anything that really the customer might own, teddy bears, personal heirlooms that have been passed down. We have our own content cleaning division, so we'll come into the home, document everything for the customer that's on location, what's damaged, what isn't. We'll pack it all up, bring it to our secured facility, and there's a lot of state-of-the-art technology out now than even just a few years ago, where we're able to save more than 90% of things that just maybe early 2000s would have been thrown in the dumpsters. But with technology and machines, we can clean them in our plant and store them until the home is ready for us to return them.
You've also at Panhandle not just centered on the tri-state area and the greater Pittsburgh area. You've traveled nationwide for some other disasters.
Yes. We've some recent big events that we've been called in on, the Chicago and Cleveland floodings that happened over the past couple of years. We spent about 3 months up at New York City in Hurricane Sandy. One of my favorite projects to talk about is us doing work in the Intrepid Museum right in the heart of downtown. Hurricane Irene we traveled to, which was a little bit more of an interesting situation because we sent teams not just up north on the coast, but we traveled also down to North Carolina. So we worked basically the whole East Coast after that hurricane. Some closer to home things, some large scale water and fire losses in some of the local universities in our region, a large hospital fire outside of Columbus. And actually just last year in the flooding in Ridgeway, we did the Rite Aid up there that was inundated with about 4 feet of water. We did all the restoration work for them up there, so we do get around.
Is that something that it might take a day or it might take a year to get something back?
Yeah, so depending on it, I mean, we might be able to turn a water loss around in just about 72 hours, 3 or 4 days. A fire reconstruction on a 7-story hospital might take 8 months, but we work it in phases to keep the hospital functioning. Obviously, they never closed. We worked around weird hours. We do whatever it takes to less business interruption or home interruption that we can do.
So if there is a disaster, there are options and it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
If somebody needs more information, what do they do?
You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at PanhandleCR. Also, I mean, pick up the phone, give me a call, and also visit our website, www.panhandlecr.com.
You'll probably see the trucks cruising around the greater Pittsburgh area. Thanks, Josh. If you'd like to know more about Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, you can call them at 1-800-504-7054 or log on to panhandlecr.com. Up next, Troy Miles about the Miles Group. That's on the way when Showcase Pittsburgh continues here on KDKA TV.